Welcome to Splendor. At Splendor, we believe that success in life begins with one core skill: communication. Whether it's in your personal relationships, your professional life, or your everyday interactions, the ability to communicate effectively shapes everything. It influences how people see you, how deeply you're able to connect with others, and how confidently you move through the world. But communication isn't just about saying the right words. It's about truly understanding others, listening with presence and intention, and responding in ways that build trust, respect, and meaningful connection. In this video, and through our content at Splendor, you'll learn practical, real-world strategies to become a more confident, clear, and impactful communicator. Whether you're navigating tough conversations, building stronger bonds with loved ones, or learning how to express yourself in high-stakes situations, we're here to guide you step by step. What we share at Splendor isn't just theory, it's powerful, actionable advice you can apply today. By the end of this journey, you'll have the tools to communicate with purpose, influence, and authenticity. You'll be ready to build stronger relationships, unlock new opportunities, and lead a more connected, successful life. So stay with us, because at Splendor, we're not just talking about success. We're helping you live it. To listen to the full audiobook, or to access the Hindi version, please visit the link provided in the description. The Power of Effective Communication, Chapter 1. Changing How You Think About Communication, Chapter 1 invites us to rethink what communication truly means. It's not just about talking, sharing information, or making small talk, it's about connection. The way we communicate shapes our relationships, influences our success, and impacts every area of our lives. Most people view communication as simply sending and receiving messages. But this chapter challenges that idea and encourages us to see communication as a tool for building trust, creating understanding, and forming deeper relationships. A key message from this chapter is that communication isn't one-sided. It's not just about getting your point across, it's about creating a space where both people feel heard and valued. Effective communication requires intention, active listening, and empathy. By shifting your mindset, you begin to approach conversations differently. Instead of just focusing on what you want to say, you start thinking about how to connect, how to make the other person feel understood, and how to create meaningful moments through dialogue. The chapter also highlights how common communication breakdowns, feeling unheard, misunderstood, or disconnected, often come from a lack of awareness. And the first step toward change is asking yourself, what do I want to achieve with this conversation? If your goal is connection, your approach becomes more thoughtful and collaborative. The big takeaway: communication is not just a skill, it's a mindset. And when you begin to communicate with care, clarity, and purpose, every conversation becomes an opportunity to strengthen a relationship, solve a problem, or simply connect on a deeper level. Chapter 2. Listening to understand, not just respond. Most people think listening means simply hearing words and responding, but real listening goes far deeper. It's not just a passive act, it's an active skill that requires full attention, empathy, and presence. Here's what truly effective listening involves: being present. Instead of planning your response while the other person is talking, focus completely on their words, tone, and emotions. Avoiding distractions. In a world full of noise and devices, true listening means putting distractions aside and giving your undivided attention. Empathy over reaction. Great listeners don't just hear, they feel what the other person is saying. They tune into emotions and respond with care, not just solutions. Letting people speak, pauses and silences aren't awkward, they're necessary. They allow others to think, feel safe, and express themselves more openly. Asking thoughtful questions. When you listen to understand, you ask meaningful questions like, "How did that make you feel?" or "Can you tell me more?" Questions that show genuine interest. Holding back the urge to fix. Sometimes people don't want advice. They want to be heard. Just being there, fully present, can be more powerful than offering solutions. Developing awareness. Becoming a better listener starts with noticing your habits. Do you interrupt? Do you drift off? Catching these patterns is the first step to improving. Listening with intention. This means listening not just with your ears, but with your heart and mind, aiming to understand, connect, and support. Why does this matter? Because when people feel truly heard, they trust more, open up more, and build deeper, stronger relationships, whether at work, at home, or in life. In the end, listening to understand isn't just about improving conversations. It's about becoming a better human being, more connected, compassionate, and impactful. Chapter 3. Your body speaks too. Communication is not just about words. It's also about how you express those words through your body. Your body language can reinforce what you're saying or completely contradict it. Key takeaways. Non-verbal communication matters. Your gestures, posture, facial expressions, eye contact, and even your tone of voice can speak louder than your words. People trust what they see more than what they hear. If your body language doesn't match your words, people are more likely to believe your actions, not your statements. Body language is mostly unconscious. We often don't realize what we're signaling. But once you become aware, you can start aligning your physical behavior with your words. Eye contact builds trust. Looking someone in the eye shows you're engaged and confident. Avoiding eye contact can make you seem nervous or uninterested. Posture affects perception. Standing or sitting upright with open shoulders projects confidence and focus. Slouching sends the opposite message. Hand gestures add emphasis. Using your hands naturally while speaking can make your message clearer, but overdoing it or staying too stiff can hurt communication. Facial expressions reveal emotions. A smile shows warmth. A frown can show concern. Match your expressions to the tone of the conversation. Tone and breathing are part of body language. A calm, steady voice signals confidence. Rapid breathing or a shaky voice may suggest stress or nervousness. Respect personal space. Standing too close can feel intrusive. Too far may seem cold. Adjust your distance based on the setting and relationship. Be present. Giving someone your full attention, open posture, eye contact, and relaxed gestures shows you truly care about what they're saying. Read others. 2. Pay attention to other people's body language. If it doesn't match their words, it may be a sign something deeper is going on. Bottom line, to become a better communicator, your words and body need to work together. When they're aligned, your message is clear, sincere, and trustworthy. Small changes in how you carry yourself can have a big impact on how others perceive and connect with you. Chapter 4. Speaking clearly. Less is more. Effective communication isn't about saying more, it's about saying what truly matters. This chapter emphasizes that clear, simple, and purposeful speech has a far greater impact than long-winded or complex language. Key takeaways. Less is more. Using fewer, well-chosen words helps your message stand out and be better understood. Over-explaining can cause confusion or make people tune out. Get to the point, don't rush, but be intentional. Think about what you want to say and strip away any unnecessary details or filler words. Understand your audience. Tailor your message to the listener's needs. Ask yourself what they need to know and how to express it in the simplest way. Avoid jargon. Using big words or technical terms to sound smart often backfires. Choose language that's relatable and easy for everyone to understand. Structure your message. Organize your thoughts before speaking. Present ideas in a logical order, starting with the most important point, followed by supporting details. Use pauses. Don't rush through your words. A pause allows your listener to absorb your message and gives you space to think clearly. Be natural and authentic. Clear communication isn't about being overly formal. It's about being real. Speak in a way that's honest, relatable, and easy to connect with. Clarity builds confidence. When you know what you're saying and express it clearly, you naturally come across as more confident, and your message has more impact. Final message: clear communication is respectful, efficient, and powerful. The next time you speak, focus on simplicity, purpose, and clarity. Ask yourself, what's the main idea? What's the clearest way to say it? The better you get at answering these questions, the stronger and more memorable your communication will become. Chapter 5: Handling tough talks without the drama. Difficult conversations are a normal part of life, whether at work, with friends, or in personal relationships. The key to managing them well lies in how you approach them, not avoiding them altogether. Mindset matters. Enter the conversation with an open mind, not expecting a fight. Assume good intent and be willing to listen and find common ground. See their perspective. Don't just focus on your own view. Try to understand what the other person might be feeling and why they're reacting a certain way. Empathy reduces tension and opens the door to resolution. Stay calm and in control. Keep your emotions in check. If things get heated, pause and take a deep breath. Express your feelings calmly, without letting them take over the conversation. Be clear about your intentions. Know what you want to achieve, whether it's solving a problem, expressing how you feel, or reaching mutual understanding. This keeps the conversation focused and productive. Avoid blame and use I statements. Don't accuse or attack. Instead, express how situations affect you. For example, say, "I feel left out," instead of, "You never include me." Listen to understand. True communication is two-way. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Listen actively, acknowledge their feelings, and show that you care about what they're saying. Stay solution-focused. Don't dwell on the past. Instead, focus on what can be done moving forward. Look for changes or actions that can prevent the same issue from happening again. Take breaks if needed. If the conversation gets too intense, it's okay to pause. A short break helps everyone cool down and return with a calmer mindset. Keep it respectful. Avoid name-calling, insults, or personal attacks. Stick to the issue, not the person. Respect keeps the conversation constructive. Be open to compromise. Aim for mutual understanding, not to win. Compromise and creativity can help both sides get what they need. Follow through. After the conversation, honor any agreements or promises. This builds trust and shows you're serious about making positive changes. Bottom line: tough talks don't have to be full of drama. With the right mindset, clear communication, and a focus on respect and solutions, these conversations can actually strengthen your relationships and help you grow. Every difficult discussion is an opportunity to build better understanding, trust, and connection. Chapter 6: Putting yourself in others' shoes. Empathy is not just a soft skill. It's a powerful communication tool that helps us connect with others on a deeper level. Whether you're navigating difficult conversations or having everyday interactions, empathy allows you to build trust, understanding, and stronger relationships. At its heart, empathy means making the effort to understand another person's emotions and perspective. It's not about fixing their problems or agreeing with everything they say. Instead, it's about listening without judgment, acknowledging their feelings, and making them feel heard and valued. Empathetic listening Truly listen to understand, not just to respond. Give your full attention, avoid interrupting, and be present in the moment. Notice non-verbal cues, body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions often reveal more than words alone. Pay attention to what's not being said. Ask thoughtful questions. Open-ended questions like, "How did that make you feel?" Help the other person open up and feel supported. Validate emotions. You don't need to agree to show you care. A simple, "That sounds tough," or "I can understand why you'd feel that way," makes a big difference. Don't jump to fixing. Sometimes people just need to talk. Offer support without rushing into problem solving. Be patient. Not everyone expresses emotions easily. Give them space and time, and avoid making quick judgments. Stay calm in conflict. When emotions run high, your calm, empathetic response can help de-escalate the situation and lead to more constructive dialogue. Practice daily. Empathy isn't just for tough moments. Show care in small, everyday conversations to strengthen all your relationships. Empathy also helps you understand yourself better. As you practice understanding others, you become more in tune with your own emotions and how to express them clearly and respectfully. Final thought: empathy is about recognizing the human experience in others, their struggles, hopes, and feelings. The more you practice it, the more natural it becomes, and the more meaningful your connections will be in every area of life. Chapter 7: Practice makes perfect. Improving every day. Improving your communication skills is a continuous process, not something that happens overnight. With daily practice and mindful effort, anyone can become a better communicator. Consistency matters. Like any other skill, communication improves with regular practice. Small daily actions make a big difference over time. Active listening is essential. Focus fully on the person speaking, avoid distractions, and engage with what they're saying. Active listening helps you understand others better and respond more effectively. Body language speaks volumes. Your gestures, posture, facial expressions, and eye contact all send messages. Make sure your non-verbal cues match your words. Record and review yourself. Watching yourself speak can help you notice habits like fidgeting, avoiding eye contact, or speaking too fast. Awareness is the first step toward improvement. Ask for honest feedback. Others can often see your blind spots. Friends, family, and colleagues can help you identify areas to work on. Set small, specific goals. Focus on improving one aspect at a time, like slowing down your speech or improving your listening skills. Celebrate small wins to stay motivated. Keep learning. Read books, listen to podcasts, and explore resources on communication. Understanding different techniques deepens your awareness and makes you more adaptable. Practice in everyday moments. Every interaction, whether it's a text, a meeting, or a casual chat, is a chance to improve. Reflect daily. Take a moment each day to think about how you communicated. What went well? What could be better? This self-awareness speeds up your growth. Stay patient and keep going. Progress may be slow at times, but with consistent effort, the results will show. It's a lifelong journey. Bottom line: great communication isn't about being perfect. It's about improving a little every day. The more you practice, reflect, and stay intentional, the more confident and effective you'll become. And with better communication, your relationships will naturally grow stronger and more meaningful. Chapter 8: Be yourself. Authentic communication wins. Authentic communication means being true to who you are when you speak. It's not about trying to impress others or pretending to be someone you're not. When your words reflect your real thoughts and feelings, people can feel the honesty, and that creates stronger, deeper connections. Being yourself builds trust. Whether you're talking to friends, family, co-workers, or strangers, authenticity makes your message more powerful and relatable. It encourages others to open up too. That said, being authentic doesn't mean saying everything you think or being insensitive. It's about sharing your truth respectfully and clearly, while also listening and considering others' feelings. It's a balance between openness and kindness. Vulnerability is also a big part of authenticity. It's okay to admit when you don't know something, when you're unsure, or when you feel emotional. People appreciate honesty. It shows that you're real and approachable. Staying true to your values helps you communicate with clarity and confidence. When you know what matters to you, you're less likely to be influenced by outside pressure. This creates consistency between your words and actions, which builds reliability and trust. Authentic communication takes practice. It may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to hiding behind a social mask. But over time, being yourself becomes more natural and more rewarding. In the end, authenticity leads to better conversations, stronger relationships, and a deep sense of peace. You're not just being a better communicator, you're being a more honest, confident version of yourself. Chapter 9. Speaking with confidence, not arrogance. Confidence in communication isn't about being loud or trying to dominate a conversation. It's about being clear, calm, and authentic in how you express your thoughts. True confidence comes from within. It's a quiet belief that what you have to say matters, no matter who you're talking to. Confidence is clarity. Speak clearly and with purpose. Don't rush your words or fill every silence. A calm, steady tone often speaks louder than volume. Body language matters. Stand tall, make eye contact, and use open gestures. Your posture and presence can speak volumes, even before you say a word. Pauses show strength. Don't fear silence. Pausing gives you control, emphasizes key points, and lets your message sink in. Prepare ahead. Preparation builds confidence. Know your key points, anticipate questions, and plan the direction of your message. Embrace imperfection. You don't need to be perfect. Confidence comes from admitting mistakes and moving forward with honesty and grace. Authenticity over imitation. Don't copy others. Speak in a way that feels natural to you. Your unique voice is your greatest strength. Assertive, not aggressive. Be firm and clear without overpowering others. Respect different viewpoints while standing by your own. Practice builds confidence. Start small. Speak up in meetings or casual chats. With time and repetition, confidence grows naturally. Nonverbal cues matter. Confidence isn't just what you say. Your energy, facial expressions, and presence all influence how others perceive you, and how you feel about yourself. Final thought. Real confidence in communication comes from knowing your message has value and trusting yourself to deliver it. When expressed with authenticity and clarity, it builds stronger relationships, deeper trust, and greater influence. Chapter 10. Communicating in the digital world. Communication in today's digital age is very different from traditional face-to-face conversations. Most of our daily interactions now happen through text messages, emails, social media, and video calls. While these tools make it easier to stay connected, they also come with unique challenges that require new communication skills. Nonverbal cues are missing. In digital communication, we lose body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. This can lead to misunderstandings and confusion. Tone matters more than ever. Without visual or vocal cues, your words carry all the weight. Always think about how your message might be received. A simple sentence can sound rude if not phrased carefully. Be clear and concise. Digital communication doesn't allow for instant clarification. To avoid confusion, stick to the point, and break down your thoughts clearly, especially when giving instructions. Timing and patience are important. Digital conversations often happen with delays. Unlike in-person chats, replies may not be immediate. Be patient, and don't assume someone is ignoring you. Know the context. Adjust your tone based on the situation. A work email should sound professional, while a message to a friend can be more casual. Misreading the context can cause awkwardness. Take advantage of the pause. Unlike real-time conversations, digital messaging gives you time to think. Use that pause to respond thoughtfully, especially in emotional situations. Acknowledge messages. Even if you can't reply in detail, a simple acknowledgement like, "Got it. I'll get back to you soon," shows respect and keeps communication open. Set healthy boundaries. Being always connected can be overwhelming. Let others know when you're available, and protect your personal time to avoid burnout. Focus on genuine connection. Use digital tools to strengthen relationships, not just maintain them. Whether through a message or social media, always communicate with kindness, respect, and authenticity. In short, digital communication requires extra awareness, clarity, and care. When you're thoughtful with your words, manage expectations, and stay mindful of your tone and timing, you can build stronger, more meaningful connections, even without being face-to-face. Chapter 11 Reading Between the Lines. Effective communication is not just about what is said, but also about what is left unsaid. This chapter emphasizes the importance of observing the hidden messages in conversations, messages that come through body language, tone of voice, facial expressions, pauses, and silence. Key insights include: people often hide their true feelings due to fear, confusion, or the desire to protect others. So, what they say may not always match what they feel. Reading between the lines means being sensitive to subtle signals and emotional undercurrents. This helps you understand the person more deeply and respond with empathy. Tone of voice plays a major role. The same words can carry different meanings depending on how they are said. Context matters. A person's current life situation, stress, personal issues, or pressure can affect how they speak and behave. Knowing the context helps you respond with patience rather than judgment. Silence also speaks. Pauses in conversation may indicate hesitation, discomfort, or deep thought. Instead of rushing to respond, giving space can lead to more meaningful dialogue. Be aware of your own emotions. Sometimes we misinterpret others because of our own stress or bias. Staying calm and grounded helps us see things more clearly. In professional settings, reading between the lines helps build trust, improve leadership, and create a supportive work environment. In personal relationships, noticing subtle changes in behavior shows care and concern, allowing deeper emotional connection. In essence, reading between the lines means being a mindful, observant, and compassionate communicator. It's about listening not just with your ears, but with your full attention, so you can understand the feelings behind the words and build stronger, more authentic connections. Chapter 12 Giving feedback that helps. Giving feedback can be uncomfortable, but when done right, it's a powerful tool for growth, improvement, and building trust. The key is to provide feedback in a way that supports, rather than discourages, the other person. Key principles of effective feedback: focus on actions, not personality. Feedback should target specific behaviors or outcomes, not a person's character. This makes it easier for the receiver to accept and act on it. Be clear and specific. Vague comments like, "Your work needs improvement," are unhelpful. Instead, give detailed, actionable feedback so the person knows exactly what to do next. Give timely feedback. The sooner feedback is given after the event, the more effective it is. Delayed feedback loses impact and may feel disconnected. Balance positive and constructive feedback. Acknowledge what was done well, along with areas that need improvement. This creates a more supportive and encouraging atmosphere. Make it actionable. Tell the person what they can do to improve, not just what went wrong. Clear suggestions help them move forward with confidence. Watch your delivery. Tone, body language, and overall attitude matter. Approach the conversation with calmness and collaboration, not criticism. Create a safe environment. Give feedback in private, especially when it's personal or sensitive. This reduces defensiveness and promotes open dialogue. Receive feedback gracefully. Whether positive or negative, feedback is a chance to grow. Listen, ask questions if needed, and take time to reflect before responding. Don't forget positive feedback. Praise is just as important as correction. Recognizing effort and success builds motivation and trust. Final thought: effective feedback is specific, timely, actionable, and kind. When shared with empathy and clarity, it strengthens relationships and creates a culture of continuous growth, at work, at home, and in life. Chapter 13: Telling stories people remember. Storytelling is one of the oldest and most powerful ways to connect with others. Whether we're sharing a moment with a friend, explaining an idea to a team, or inspiring a group, stories help us make our message stick. This chapter teaches us how to tell stories that people don't just hear, but remember. Here's what truly matters. 1. Stories create connection. Stories go beyond facts. They help people feel what we felt, see what we saw, and understand things through our eyes. They make abstract ideas more real and emotional. 2. Everyone can be a storyteller. You don't need to be a professional speaker or writer. We all share stories every day, in conversations, meetings, or even social media. With a little intention, anyone can make their stories more impactful. 3. Make it relatable. People remember stories they connect with. So think about your audience. What experiences might they relate to? What emotions are they likely to feel? When your story reflects their world, it becomes memorable. 4. Follow a clear structure. Every good story has a beginning, set the scene and introduce characters, a middle, the challenge or conflict, and an end, resolution or insight. This flow helps your audience stay engaged and feel satisfied. 5. Be authentic, not perfect. You don't need a big twist or dramatic event. Often, the most powerful stories come from simple, real-life moments, shared honestly and with heart. 6. Use vivid details. Details make a story come alive. Instead of saying, "It was tough," describe what happened, how it felt, what you saw, heard, or thought. Sensory details help people feel like they were there with you. 7. Stay focused. Don't overload your story with unrelated information. Stick to the point. If something doesn't add value, leave it out. Clear and focused stories have the most impact. 8. Tap into emotion. Emotions are what people remember most. If your story makes them feel joy, sadness, fear, or hope, they'll carry it with them. Don't be afraid to show vulnerability. It builds trust and connection. 9. Choose the right moment. A good story told at the right time has power. Make sure it fits the flow of the conversation. Also, know when to stop. Long stories can lose their magic if they drag on. 10. Pause for impact. Pauses are powerful. They build suspense, highlight key moments, and give your audience time to absorb your message. Use them wisely. 11. Engage your audience. A story shouldn't feel like a speech. Make it a conversation. Ask questions, invite reflections, or relate it to something your audience might have experienced. Final thought: Storytelling is more than a skill. It's a way to build relationships, inspire action, and create deeper understanding. When told with honesty, emotion, and purpose, stories have the power to stay with people long after the words are spoken. Chapter 14: Managing Emotions in Conversations. Conversations can quickly become emotionally charged, turning simple discussions into arguments. This chapter focuses on how to manage emotions, both your own and others, to keep conversations respectful, calm, and productive. 1. Emotions influence communication. Emotions play a major role in how we speak and listen. If not managed, they can cloud judgment and escalate conflict. Recognizing this is the first step toward better conversations. 2. Pause and reflect. Before reacting, take a moment to check in with yourself. Identify what you're feeling: anger, frustration, anxiety, etc., so you can respond thoughtfully instead of emotionally. 3. Watch your non-verbal signals. Your body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions often speak louder than words. Stay aware of these cues to ensure your message is not unintentionally defensive or aggressive. 4. Practice active listening. Instead of planning your response while the other person is speaking, focus entirely on understanding their perspective. This reduces tension and helps build trust. 5. Use empathy. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. Their emotions may stem from personal struggles or feeling unheard. Empathy helps you stay calm and respond with kindness. 6. Take a break if needed. If emotions are running high, it's okay to pause the conversation. Taking time to cool down allows both parties to return with a clearer mind and better intentions. 7. Use positive self-talk. Avoid negative thoughts like, "They'll never understand me." Replace them with reminders that it's just a conversation, and staying calm will lead to a better outcome. 8. Express emotions constructively. Don't bottle up your feelings, but don't attack the other person either. Use "I" statements to explain how you feel and why, without blaming or criticizing. 9. Stay present. Avoid getting lost in imagined outcomes. Stay focused on the current conversation and the solutions you're trying to find together. Final thought: managing emotions doesn't mean hiding them. It means understanding them, expressing them with care, and using them to support healthy, honest communication. When you handle emotions well, conversations become less about conflict, and more about connection, growth, and mutual respect. Chapter 15. Sometimes silence is the best response. Silence is often overlooked, but it holds incredible power, especially during emotional or difficult conversations. In a world where we're constantly encouraged to speak, respond quickly, and keep the conversation going, learning to pause can be one of the most powerful things we do. Silence isn't just the absence of words. It's a mindful choice to pause, reflect, and allow space, for yourself and for others. It gives you the chance to calm down, think clearly, and avoid saying something you might regret. Rather than reacting impulsively, silence helps you respond with intention and clarity. Choosing silence can also shift the energy of a conversation. It can de-escalate conflict, disarm defensiveness, and create room for mutual understanding. When we're not rushing to speak, we can truly listen, and in doing so, we strengthen connection and communication. Silence shows respect. It allows others to express themselves fully, at their own pace. It tells them their words matter. And sometimes, silence creates comfort, a quiet, shared space built on trust, where no words are needed to feel close. Ultimately, silence is not a weakness. It's a sign of emotional intelligence and self-control. It gives conversations space to breathe and allows both people to reflect, reset, and reconnect. In many cases, It's not speaking that brings clarity, but the courage to pause and listen. In a noisy world, silence can be your most powerful response. Thank you for joining us on this journey through splendor. From shifting how we think about conversations, to the power of listening, body language, empathy, and even silence, each chapter was designed to help you connect more deeply, speak more clearly, and communicate more confidently in every area of life. Remember, great communication isn't about being perfect. It's about being present, being real, and always striving to grow a little more every day. If you found this audiobook valuable, don't forget to follow, rate, and share it with someone who could benefit from better conversations. You can also subscribe to the Splendor channel for more insights, audiobooks, and tools to help you grow personally and professionally. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep communicating with heart and purpose. This is Splendor, where your voice finds power.